that you might be afraid of your own magic. Well, I'm going to share something that I found inside of my clients' Akashic Records in case it supports you on your journey as well. Remember to give a follow so you can stay up to date on more Akashic Record sessions. My client was saying that she wanted help with connecting with her higher self and her spirit guides, and that she had a business previously, energy healing, but then the pandemic happened and she shut it down, but she was having a difficult time getting back in the throes of it with the business aspects, but also her magic. And I said, I got you. I went into her energy field. I saw a hedgehog. It was super cute, and he was pointing kind of with his nose where he wanted me to go. There was a portal door. I said, you want me to walk through that? And he said yes. So we went through, and I came out into a room almost like a theater, and there was curtains all over the walls. And when I went to go peer back behind one, I saw more rooms. And I said, oh, you're here, the hedgehog, because they represent tunneling through things. And because I was having to peer through so many layers, I said, oh, she has something that's hidden down in her subconscious that maybe she doesn't want to see or she doesn't remember. So I called her energy body in, and I said, I need permission from you before I continue Sherlock Holmes in here. And she said, I don't remember what I put back there. And I said, okay, well, let's figure it out together. This is when a chest of drawers appeared. You know, it has lots of different ones. And I opened one of them and yelled, ah! And her energy body was like, what is it? And I said, I'm just kidding, it's some papers. And so I pulled them out. And as I was observing them, I said, this is a binding contract. And I said, I don't know exactly what's on here. Can you come and put your hand on it? Because there was like an outline of a hand, you know, like biometrics to open up a door. So she went and put her hand on it. All this smoke started billowing out. And then we were transported to ancient China. There was this older gentleman that was walking towards us, and he said, you never finished your training. You are one of my top students. What we were perceiving was the memory of a different incarnation where she had been a woman named Lao Chin, and this gentleman was her master in that incarnation. He was her teacher, mentor, guide. When Lao Chin was younger, it was expected in that time in culture that she was to be married and have children and work in the rice fields. And she said, I'm not going to do that. And she ran away, and this gentleman found her. He was energetically reading that she was going to be very proficient at being a medical intuitive, and he invited her to come and study with him in the mountains with the rest of his students. I asked her why she was coming forward during the session for my client, and she said, I do not want her to repeat the same mistake that I did. So what exactly were you doing? What were you training in? And she said that what she was able to do is, let's envision that this is her and this is another person. She is able to take her hands and run them over someone's body and move them like this, almost like you would be playing with Play-Doh. She is able to connect into their meridian lines. Okay, meridian lines are the energetic pathways that connect everything within us. Our brain, our skin, our organs, our chakras. It's where our chi, our life force energy flows through. When people are experiencing trauma, pain, anxiety, depression, anything that's creating kind of blockages in your life, most often there are crystalline energy points in your meridian lines, which is disrupting the flow. So once you get that moving through either Reiki, light language, inner child healing, whatever modality that is needed there, it dissipates the crystalline energy, and now you're feeling a more homeostasis in your life and can see yourself in reality with more clarity. If you've ever seen Avatar, there's water benders, but then there's also blood benders because it's part of the liquid in your body. What Lao Chin was able to do is manipulate the water, oxygen, and blood within someone's body in order to help them through a full detoxification process. Now, this is advanced level healing, and when she realized what she was able to do, the extent of it, she got really scared of her own magic. She said, if I can do this, what else can I do? At that time in her history, there was a lot of atrocities that were happening, war, famine, just a whole myriad of things. And her rationale was anyone could turn at any moment. I asked her, didn't your teacher talk to you about these things, about why you're not a representator of those persons? And she said yes, but I was unwilling to listen. I asked, is there any advice that you would like me to give to my clients in reference to this? And she said, we're a good soul. Her and me, and just us collectively, because we were willing to give up our magic for the safety of others. She said that was her greatest mistake, though, because she could have helped so many people in her lifetime, but with that self-doubt of her intentionality, that just overtook her life. And then she went out and had kind of just a normal 3D life moving forward, but she always kind of lived with that regret of leaving the mountains and her teacher and not fulfilling, you know, the things that she was able to do. This is where we have karmic healing come through. She wanted me to tell my client I will help her with this gift of being able to do the detoxification process and help people, you know, with their physical ailments that have emotional ties up underneath of them. Which is really funny, because before I even got on the session with my client, I said, what do you want to be doing? She said, I think that I'm a medical intuitive. I have helped people in the past and have been spot on and have really like saved people from experiencing something that they would otherwise. And I said, oh, well, that makes complete sense, because I'm about to tell you about this different incarnation where you were a very well-seasoned medical intuitive. A couple different things that Lao Chen advised to develop this gift is, one, she was going to be her mentor. So that way she could fulfill her destiny of helping people with this ability. So this is something that's really cool when you start connecting with different incarnations, is that you can channel their gift from them, and if they weren't able to bring it fully into fruition, you can be partners again in this lifetime. So she said learning about meridian lines is really beneficial. You don't have to learn and memorize all of them, because there's hundreds of them, but their general functionality, because if you hold this gift and archetype, you already have that information back here. It's more about unlocking and reactivating it. Learning about chi flow and what that means, learning how to read one's light body and astral field. There's also a woman named Louise Hay. Her main modality in life was figuring out what physical ailments are associated with emotional disruptions or things that have not been processed. If you go on Google, you can type in Louise Hay emotion physical chart, and there's 100 different things. Do you have to memorize all of them? No, but I do suggest reading through the entirety of the list. And again, holding this archetype and this gift, your higher self, higher awareness is going to log back in your subconscious all of these different associations and correlations, so that when you are reading someone, you're more apt to be able to see what is going on in their fields. We need to learn how the central nervous system works, and Qigong is a great practice to help you learn how to get in attunement with your own meridian lines and then be able to see others more clearly. My client said, I'm super excited to work with Lao Chen and get back into my magical practices and my business. And I said, yay. So I would love to hear in the comments if this unlocked and activated something for you as well. And I hope you have a super magical day.